I have been talking about this, and I would want us to draw our attention to it, and then maybe we'll deliberate on it. Um, for the fact that they really know that what is behind that skin is even worth more than gold, but we don't know. Like, I keep saying this, that they know who you are, they know who we are, but we don't know who we are. We don't know how, how we are, the value of ourselves, of our person, of the skin that we have. Now, melanin was over $500 per gram, and somehow there is a reason why Russia and Ukraine war started. There was something behind it, something that the divided states or Babylon wouldn't want people to get hold of, right? Because what is happening in Russia and between Russia and Ukraine is not just something of dispute between whatever. These are planned because something was going on there for a while that needed to be pushed out. Now all these things are interwoven, because you ask why, what concerned the melanin with what is happening in Russia. We're going to dive right into it so that we understand better what we are talking about, because this is a whole lot, sweethearts.
Millions of people in the US alone have gone missing, gone without a trace. Most of them are melanated people. Have you ever wondered why? And not only that, it has reached into the international market as well, of people being gone missing. Many of you are unaware of the fact that that's one of the reasons why Putin went over there and waged war with Ukraine, because it was the sex trafficking, human trafficking capital of the world. Unfortunately, many of the crimes that were being done over there in Ukraine started to reach into the borders of Russia. So Putin felt as though he had to act. And that is where people from the United States and all over the world went to do the things that they do. As of 2021, close to 522,000 people in the United States were reported missing. Nearly 40% of the missing persons were people of color, yet we make up 13% of the population. Do you not find that to be odd? Over 500,000 people were reported missing in 2021. More than 70,000 of those people that were missing were melanated girls. Why is this? All age groups are included in that, including children. But from 18 to 20, about 23%. 21 to 30, about 24%. 31 to 40, 22%. 41 to 50, 14%. And 50 and above, 18%. I'm going to tell you why I think it is. It's because they want our melanin, honey. Yes, melanin is worth $500 a gram. And when compared to gold, gold is worth only $63, almost $64 a gram. Now look at the places where melanated people are missing from. There's a high concentration of melanated people living in these areas. And not only that, look at the cities where the melanated people are missing from. High concentration of melanated people there as well in these places. Besides melanin, what else do these body snatchers possibly want? Well, think about this. The men who are now wanting to be women, the transgender community, they want to have children. And they have actually been doing uterine implantation on these transgender people. And research on uterus transplantation in men has shown that inside of men's stomachs, there is enough space for a uterus transplant in order for them to carry a child. Welcome to America, the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah and Babylon all in one. Kidnappings in Haiti has gone up over 300%. Suck passe. And not only in Haiti, but also in Nigeria. Believe it or not. It says that China is the capital of organ harvesting of the world. And in Iran, there's a huge black market for harvesting organs.
We know for sure that this was headed by an international organ trafficking cartel. They funded the National Assembly of some people estimate to the tune of 6.2 billion US dollars. They also bought all the Nigerian federal government hospitals at the cost of 3.2 billion US dollars. They even offered to buy all the Catholic hospitals for $2 billion, but the bishops refused that. So this is a well-organized cartel who are actually moving into Nigeria in order to actually buy up, or they have already paid an advance on all our organs. Anybody in the Federal Republic of Nigeria has no entitlement to their organs as it stands today with the law. And we know this for sure, that these are billionaires from the United States who funded this organ trafficking cartel to take the organs of Nigeria.
Africans, particularly in West Africa, are especially vulnerable. They want your children. So watch your children as they play. Play outside with them or keep them indoors. These are the top 4 of the top 10 organ trafficking countries, and Haiti and Africa are not too far behind. Melanated Americans, I urge you to not be an organ donor. Do not have that displayed on your driver's license or ID, because you are setting yourself up to be kidnapped. You are asking them to kidnap you if you do this. Now, understand that regardless of whether you consent to it or not, if they want you and they want your organs or whatever body parts you have, they're going to take them anyway. I'm sure that many of you remember the story about Kendrick Johnson, who was an athlete and he was healthy, nothing wrong with him. Take a listen.
In June, Kendrick's body was sent to Florida. The Johnsons hired Dr. Bill Anderson to conduct an independent second autopsy. But what Dr. Anderson did not find shocked them.
When we got the body for the second autopsy, that organs, the heart, lungs, liver, etc., were not with the body.
The brain?
The brain, they were all absent.
Every organ from the top of Kendrick's head to his pelvis, gone. And his family had no idea.
Whew. My melanated kings and queens, your majesties. It's no news anymore that the world is becoming more crazier, like more and more crazier. Most of the times, the media only want us to believe that the world is so safe, nothing is happening there. But when you begin to see beyond that beautiful world, that sweet world that they want to present to you, you see the real thing underneath it. Now, when you're talking about missing persons, these days they are on the rise, like you heard, especially in Nigeria. And most of the times, the painful thing with we West Africans is that our leaders can just deliberately decide to just sell their citizens for the money that they can make out of them. They don't care whatever is being done. And that is why most of the times we are always caught up in the mess of all that is happening. And like I said earlier, their target will always be on the environment where the melanated is dominant, of course, because that is what they are going after. The organs, the whatever that they can get out of our people. I think it wasn't long it's not long. I talk about that's brother of ours, the melanated in the divided states, that his people were asking those he worked with, because they deprived them of opening the casket, and it's like, why are you depriving us of opening the casket? I've really not gotten hold of the continuation of that. I would have showed it to you. Like, they were deprived of opening the casket to see their son, to see their brother who is dead and is lying down there in the casket. Now, do you think that if nothing has been done to his body, his people will be deprived of opening the casket? Of course, no. It is because they've done something to him. His organs might be missing. Or maybe he's not even the one there, because you get the point. A melanin worth $500 per gram. Now, with the way the world is turning to, it's so unsafe for people like me and you. And then they still have the audacity to come tell you to shut up. That you are creating trouble where there is none. Like when they see you talk, it's like they will tell you, they will label you as a racist. They will label you as someone who is trying to create chaos. So we should all sit and be dumb and not say anything. When our people are being deleted by day, I'm sorry I'm using that word because you know YouTube. There are things you say and they are looking for people like us, they're just hunting for people like us, and I wouldn't want to enter their trap anymore, right? Our people are being deleted by day, our people get missing by day, and they want you to keep quiet. No, don't talk about it. When these things happens and it is real, now I know there are people, there are Africans, there are African Americans, there are melanated people that still would want to doubt that things like this happen. But I'm not surprised anymore because I've gotten a lot of comments over some months that this channel has been up, and most of the times I wonder why some people would just deliberately want to remain in the circle of illusion that the word power have created for them. Alright, and that's what brings me to all these work recruitment agencies around our Kebulan and maybe around the world that recruit melanated people and promise them heaven and earth. Now, there are some things that are so good to be true, Your Majesties. And a lot of our people, of our melanated kings and queens, fall for this trap. A lot of them fall for it that after they are out of the continent or wherever they are out of, their family hardly hear of them. It is also here I brought in, I've forgotten her name, I brought in his story. The Kenyan woman who, one of her kidney was pulled out. Okay, let's just say organ. The Kenyan woman, that her organ was removed. And they claimed she had an accident. And then they're doing her charity, so they took her to the hospital to treat her. But it was later she discovered that there is a mark on her. Now this woman was left paralyzed. Like she left for work, whole and healthy, so beautiful, elegant, and the rest of them. And then she came back half dead. Her organ was removed. And those she worked for claimed that they are not aware of what happened to her. That they only took her to the hospital after she had the accident. Now, can you just connect this? These things happens, like it's not just a story. You saw the fact, you saw the records. These things keep happening by day. Now they lure our melanated people into these beautiful jobs that they're going to give to them, the job that is going to change their life. Oh, you're not going to live in poverty anymore, you're not going to whatever anymore. And then this is how some till date their families have not heard from them. They don't really know what is happening to them. They don't know whether they are still alive or they are gone. A lot of children get missing. Some go out to play, they don't come back. A lot of adults get missing. They go for work, they don't come back. And all this is all these hawks that are always moving around looking for who to devour. The melanated, of course, to devour. Because they know what is under our skin. They know that our system, I believe you've watched the previous video before this one, the one that the professor explained that we are the only ones with the 9 DNA series. This is their main agenda. Stay safe always. Protect yourself, protect your children, protect your husbands, protect your wives, protect your loved ones from these hawks and vultures moving around. Stay positive, always. Believing in yourself, believing in who you are, believing in what is embedded in you, believing in the ability that you have, because the Creator resides in you. Bye for now.